Tentu, aplikasi kripto untuk semua.
Well, scoring in every round since 2012. Here's Roller, just lost his footing there. And that's carelessly given away by Zulfami, who's come in, of course, for Shakir Hamza, who had to go off injured pretty early on.
Well, they know there's an opportunity to extend side of that defense with pace. You know, Zulfami not the quickest, good technically on the ball, good pass off the ball, but up against Roller, it's going to be very difficult for him to deal with that pace.
Yeah, that was why, of course, there was perhaps that option of Nur Adam Abdullah and Safwan. Given away, there's a corner here for Thailand. Adisak can be a handful, not really in the kind of form he was a couple of years ago. He'll still be a threat. Some Thai fans right by that corner flag as well. We'll enjoy this. It's away by Haris. Another corner.
Interesting to look at Thailand setup as well. What was fascinating for me is Elias Dola. Initially, that first corner that was delivered in was unmarked. Faris Ramli ran all the way back into the box, and there's quite a bit of a height difference between Elias Dola and Faris Ramli. Now Irfan has picked up Elias Dola. That's a bit more of a proper matchup, but he's been able to just peel away.
Yeah, it's arguably the tallest versus shortest on the pitch, almost, that one. And that's Irfan who puts it out of play. It's another corner.
Thailand's now to rack up the corners. Singapore dominating those stats in the first half. At one point, it was 6-0.
They've caught up almost, haven't they?
Well, we need to catch up where it matters most.
Yeah, Singapore had a number of half chances. They create enough. Ball over top from Harris. Bit of work to do here for Iksan. He's got the pace. He's got the power. Iksan! Was that a cross or a shot? There was Faris Ramli powering in at the far post.
Well, we've seen Singapore at their best in set piece. In set piece situations, yes, but also in these counter-attacking situations as well. And that's incredible pace and power from Iksan. He has that in his locker. You can see what he's trying to do. He's looking to play it across to Faris Ramli. It's unfortunate he couldn't quite wrap his foot around it, get the right sort of connection.
Well, that would have made things interesting. So Fahmy, not a good header from him. Shadan tidies up. Back with Thailand. Here's Pawi. Elias Dola up to Titipan. Skips past the challenge. What a shit. Back to Supachai. Here's Philip Roller. Warachit. Thailand enjoying themselves at the moment. Tristan Doe over the top. Singapore was stretched. They're enjoying themselves on and off the pitch.
There they are. I mean, you just look at Mano's reaction with one of his assistants. There, Warachit again pulling the strings for Thailand in midfield. Warachit, a player who's having a wonderful season in Thailand. It's with Chonburi initially. He's just moved to BG Pathum, but 8 goals, 4 assists in 14 appearances for Chonburi. He's stepping up to take this corner for Thailand.
Safwan does enough. Titipan doesn't really get much contact in the ball. Here's Roller. Look at that delightful ball to Warachit. It'll skip away from him. Just imagine, Roshan, the fullback situation with Thailand now. You've got Tristan Doe and Philip Roller here. You've got Narubadin and Tiraton. There's an embarrassment of riches.
Yeah, it's a really good idea. I'll come back to that, but a really good idea from Philip Roller. It's not quite right on the execution. I speak to some coaches who've been lucky enough to coach in Thailand, and they often talk about how it's a dream to coach there because of the resources they have in terms of playing resources, in terms of the quality of players that they have in that country that come through, and you have trials and lots of talented players show up, and there's a hunger to want to try and make it as well, to become a real star, a professional footballer. And Thailand have been, as long as I can remember, perhaps the best team in Southeast Asia for a long time.
There was Shawal Anwar looking for Faris Ramli in the box. Yeah, this is one of the few tournaments where Thailand come in not as the overwhelming favourites, which is
the rise of Vietnam.
Yeah, absolutely. Something a little bit new, different to them. And they don't like it. They want to get back to the top of the ASEAN tree. Loose here for Singapore. Shawal Anwar couldn't make it count. Here's Faris. Well, Hami, they themselves switched off, didn't they? Singapore couldn't take advantage.
Yeah, well done. Very smart play from Haris Harun. He took that really quickly. Played Shawal in behind, and Siwarak actually did a really good job. He rushed off his line, identified the danger. He was very quick off his line to close off the angles for Shawal. angles, and Shawal's view of it had changed.
Look at Roller. Took an age, didn't he, to take that shot. And Zulfami closed it down in the end.
It's good work from Zulfami. Just got pulled across here by Superchai initially. Had to again just step out. Make sure he closed down that shot from Roller. I think about to see a couple of young players coming on. Saifullah and Nur Adam perhaps.
It'll be interesting to see now if they're going to... what happens there. Here's Tristan Doe. Again, looking for that expansive pass. That is probably just going to run away from Titipan, who crashes into the boards and takes out a cameraman in the process. Now Faris Ramli with that opportunity for Singapore.
Well, here's a quick restart of play from Haris. And you can just see Siwarak there quickly off his line. Smart play from Haris to take that quick free kick. Just couldn't quite capitalize on that.
You can see Roshan, when they're spraying those passes, they tend to like to go towards that right-hand side, or Singapore's left, their right. And that's perhaps what's prompting this change. Nur Adam, who, yeah, I think many might have thought would have come on for Shakir Hamza with the pace he loves going forward. He's been really, that's his breakout season last year, wasn't it? Last season with Lion City Sailors. Such an impression at left back, and has forced his way into the national setup. The young man. Let's see if that change happens. There's Elias Dola. Now Zulkainen. See the idea there to try and play in Shawal Anwar. Lots of discussions going on in that Singapore dugout. Roshan mentioned the change about 5 minutes ago. It's taking a while to sort all that out. Here's Tristan Doe. Look at that Roller, look where he is. Oh, and he couldn't quite trap the ball.
And now it's Saifullah just receiving a few instructions there, perhaps in those set pieces situations, who you're going to be picking up, who you should be marking.
Thailand also going to be making a couple of changes as well. That will complete their 5. Saifullah, his and Nur Adam's, both of their AFF debuts. Wonder whether it'll be Shahin and Saifullah. Youngster for youngster. Not to start, or not to bring on Song Wee-young. Brings so much energy into that midfield and attack.
Yeah, I just wonder if Song, remember that game against Myanmar, I think it was, where he picked up a bit of what looked to be a groin issue. I don't know if that's... He was clutching his groin, wasn't he? And I wonder if it's something that they're just looking to try and manage over the course of the competition.
It is indeed going to be Hami Shahin, who comes off for Saifullah, club teammates. So Hami was at Lion City Sailors, he then moved to Young Lions, spent a lot of that season injured.
They're good friends as well, Saifullah and Hami. Through the ranks together.
interesting move. Shawal Anwar is off and replaced by Noor Adam.
Yeah, so it looks like Singapore just looking to go into a back three here. Zulkarnain will be pushed forward into that right wing back position, and Noor Adam is that left wing back.
So Titipan replaced by Picha. Well, it's in the stands for Shakir Hamza. And we wonder whether we will see him again on the pitch in this tournament. Sivakorn replaces Supachai, who has got that goal, his second goal for Thailand. Sivakorn plays for Chiang Rai, lively player. Sivakorn, 27-year-old.
Yeah, good left foot, tidy on the ball, decent set piece delivery. Sivakorn.
Picha, 25. Very newly getting into the Thai setup, really. Plays for Mongtong United. They're pretty much giving all of their guys who've barely played or not played at all a go. This is nice for them as well, isn't it? In a tournament scenario.
It is. Everyone's making good use of the rotation. Everyone can say they played a part.
And also, it is a little message being put out, isn't there?
Yeah.
We are doing this without any of our regulars.
Well, good work on the right-hand side from Saifullah. First real involvement. Just looking to link up with Zulkarnain. I just want to come back to that point after his corner here. It looks to be delivered by Zulfami.
Header from Safwan, stopped by Rolla. Zulkarnain, back in the mix perhaps, not yet. Faris. Oh, Safwan. Don't think he quite expected that.
Well, it's a good run from Safwan, and that reverse ball from Faris, nice idea. He spotted the run early on, he spotted that shout, and that's why Safwan wanted it. You can't blame Faris Ramli for that at all, and that's why the thumb goes up there from Safwan, acknowledging the intelligence of the pass. And, I mean, winning the first headers at these set pieces, Singapore, they just haven't been able to really trouble Thailand in those situations.
So, Roshan, what do you make now of this formation change for Singapore with three at the back?
Well, they've only recently sort of changed it up to go three at the back, so I'd be wary of making any sort of big judgments about it just yet, but it does look like they've got a decent spell of possession. Of course, as I say that, the offside flag has to go up, right? Well, it does look like they've had a decent spell of possession for the last couple of minutes or so. But look, I don't think it's going to matter too much to Thailand at the moment. They look to be cruising along.
Yeah, we saw this in action against the Philippines, didn't we? And there's a yellow card for the keeper, I think, for time wasting. Siwadak. Get on with it is the instruction. In front with the header, knocked down by Iksan.
The thing is now for Thailand, what they don't want to be doing is getting caught in these situations where players are running the risk of getting themselves sent off.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Nicely done there. So I feel I've got himself in a decent position. Here come Thailand. Voila. Up against Nur Adam for the first time. Crosses the ball. There's Picha. New man in. Warachit. Just seem to have more time on the ball, don't they, Thailand? They look comfortable. With a tap. Nicely done there by Irfan. Yeah, so in the most recent time we saw that, of course, was against the Philippines when they played three at the back. Very degrees of success in that game. Of course, they went on to win it. And there's a loose ball. And it was Sivakorn with that shot. Scuffed it a little bit, it seemed. And it might have taken out Irfan in the process.
He's gone down again. He's gone down a few times in the first half. Irfan, a painful one there. It's the well, initially Singapore trying to play out from the back here. Sharan just getting caught in possession. See, he set his head up, looking for options. Perhaps didn't quite have the options that he wanted to play it into. It looks like the issue might be with the knee. I think Physio's given a thumbs up to the bench. Supachai, talented player. The next generation. Yeah, great move from Dola. As I said, initially he was being marked by Safwan, and he just was able to peel away from him. And they had two Thai players just blocking off that Singapore defense as well. Lost his marker and was able to put away the rebound. Supachai, I love how he reacts to this, gets his positioning right here. Whereas that Singapore defense was too static, didn't anticipate a loss of possession, a turnover, and they couldn't transition quickly. They have to react, they have to close the spaces. The moment they lose the ball, with Thailand were very quick to transition there and take advantage of that. Fine finish from Supachai. When you think of the strikers that Thailand have.
Talked about Nur Adam and loving to get forward. Did well there. There's a foul and a yellow card for Sivakorn.
Yeah, that's what Nur Adam will bring to your side. That willingness to drive with the ball from that left-back position. It's a late challenge and a dangerous one from Sivakorn. Quite rightly booked there.
Now, the fans trying to do their best here. We can tell you, by the way, that Myanmar have got a goal back. It's 3-1. POY has just scored for them. Goal here might make things interesting for Singapore. Loose in the box. Touched on by Safwan. Through here, can they get the shot away? And Irfan lets fly. It is wide. There he shows you how wide.
Well, these moments just haven't quite fallen for the Singapore side. It's a nice touch from Faris, just to take it past the sea of Thai defenders there. Does well to win that second ball, that header. And, I think it was a toe poke from Elias Dola, just taking it away from Faris Ramli. Otherwise, it would have been a great opportunity for him to put the ball past Siwarak.
Singapore with slightly more attempts than Thailand at the moment. Haven't got on the score sheet yet. Started starting to run out of time now. About 15 minutes or so to go, plus some added time. Mano Polking, as Roshan said, will be looked on as playing a blinder tonight with his selection. Still up for grabs as to who these sides will play in the semi-finals. Here's Saifullah.
Yes, that reminds me of that point that I was going to make earlier with that tactical masterclass. And I can guarantee you there'll still be people out there complaining about things with Thailand. And it's funny to me because as we see Faris Ramli just get taken out, when your view of Southeast Asian football as a whole, quick free kick taken there into the run of Iksan, just fell over, just slipped under a bit of pressure, Iksan in the box.
Irfan does well. Here's Zulfami.
Sorry, when you're a viewer of Southeast Asian football and you're looking across the nations, or you're looking across the level of the players available, and you think of